do you expect? What are you excited to see about spring ball with all the additions and the new wrinkles and the implementations? What are some things you're really – I feel like if I was there, I'd be watching the offensive line to see if I could tell a notable difference from the previous season. What's something you think you'll be watching?
I'm going to be watching all of it, Tyler, because, again, this is truly our first offseason. Coach Prime was announced September 21st of 2020. He got to Jackson, mid-December of 2020. He started really boots on the ground January of 2021. We played our first football game February 21st, 2021. We played our last football game December 18th, 2021. The guy has not had an offseason where you're putting in installs and strength and conditioning work and evaluating and moving pieces around. So I am looking forward to that phase of Tiger football to be able to see that. And you're exactly right. Stuff like the offensive line play to see if we're truly upgraded as we go into that spring football game that first week of April. But now you get to see an off-season management system of Coach Prime and his assistant coaches, which is something we did not have last year because we played spring football, which ended about April. We went right back into summer training, which starts in May, and then on the road Labor Day weekend. But now we got an off-season. Now we get to build a team. And just like Coach Prime said last spring, you better get me now because you won't get me in the fall. I would hate to see what this guy can put together when he's got a full 6 months before his next game to do
it. And to give him credit here, coming out of the spring into the fall, a lot of that was just weeding out kids that weren't going to be in the program in the fall anyway, right?
Well, he'll tell you that the spring season was a blessing, that it allowed him and his assistant coaches to see what they had in the JSU locker room and what they needed to add. And one of the things Dennis Thurman points out that he liked the exterior part of it. He got to go against teams and see what he needed defensively to beat those teams that he would be facing again in a matter of months. So whereas the spring took away some opportunities, it provided some great momentum and learning curve for this coaching staff to know exactly what we were working with and how to build with what we had and add to it. And I think that's what you're seeing with this 2022 signing class. Complementary pieces coming in, replacing and filling some voids of those who are leaving, but also some upgrades across the field, unit by unit, whether it's special teams in the kicking game, whether it's the offensive line, adding in some receivers, adding in a new offensive coordinator, and upgrades at linebacker and defensive line play. The Tigers are really poised to be a better team than they were last year, a team that went undefeated in the SWAC.